It gets pretty windy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Man, my hair is in my face. Hola, amigos and amigas. Today I'm recording this new video again at the beach. I would say that's a good tradition to have, especially if you're living right next to it. So I feel like it's a crime not to come here at least every other day. So today's video is gonna be about how to look for an apartment, how to find one in a foreign city, what to do if you have never rented a place and you come in for not just the weekend, but also not 1 year or anything that can be considered long term. So what do you do when you have to rent for a month, 2 months, 3 months? Where to look for a place, how not to get scammed. What about the deposits? Do you pay up front? Do you pay in advance without looking for an apartment? All of these questions are going to be answered today. Just stay tuned. Let's go. I was lucky enough to find this place to rent an apartment in. And here is the apartment from the inside. You can see that from the main hall you can enter kitchen. From the kitchen you can go out and check out, well, they call it a balcony, but I think it's just room for doing the laundry. As you can see, there is no washing machine, but at the same time there is this place. In our last apartment it was not usable at all. So from the main hall and the kitchen you can get into the living room. It's huge. It has sofa, 2 big armchairs and this huge table with Wayne. Okay, it also has a really nice view, but in the mornings, not at night. So you can see this room. It's bedroom for our guests. Even though we probably will never have 4 guests in this apartment, it's still here for them. Our bedroom is gonna be right here. It also has an access to a balcony and it has a bathroom. We have 2 bathrooms here. They are almost identical, so I call them twins. One is just for Wayne, guess which one? And another one is for me, my personal use. This is a room with another queen-size bed, although as you can see, Wayne is using it for work. This place is about 30-minute walk from where we are renting at the moment. If you want, guys, I can forward the contacts of the landlady and the realtor to help me find it. And also I will write here the links of the Facebook groups where I found some good options before. If you decide to rent in this area of the city, you will probably find average option for a ridiculously expensive price. I have seen a few nice hostels, but they ask for 200 reais per night per person, which is the hotel price. So the cheapest I found hostel here was 60 reais per night, and it's also relatively close to where we are staying at the moment. In Brazil, it's also very common to give a 3 months deposit when renting long term. Sometimes I've heard about a 6 months deposit, but that's way too much, I think. We have been lucky enough, we didn't have to give even a 1 month's deposit to anyone. So we paid just for the time we're here. First time we came, we paid for 1 month's rent, and then we covered the rest 1 month and 3 weeks. So let me now give you a couple of tips and tricks on how not to get scammed in Brazil. First of all, never pay up front if you're not sure how trusted the landlord is. If you want, you can use the official websites like booking.com and Airbnb if you want to pay before coming, so you're sure you have a place to stay in. I myself never used Airbnb because of the taxes they imply. At the same time, I have friends who use it all over the world and travel only this way. Second, before moving in, check if everything is working correctly. You don't want to pay for the damage that you have not done, and at the end of your stay, a landlord that sees that his light bulb is off or a shower head is damaged, they can blame it on you, and there will be no way for you to say any other way. So make sure you write everything you have in an apartment in the lease, and also make sure that the conditions for giving you back the deposit are clear to everyone. Last but not least, try to speak to the landlords in their native language. It doesn't mean the price is gonna be good, but the chances to get ripped off definitely increase when you speak English. So try not to do it. Get a Google translator if you can. So message them on WhatsApp and ask to not send any audio messages. No offense, but for many countries, the fact you speak English and when you're looking for an apartment, you communicate in English means you have enough money to pay for all sorts of stuff. So even when we mentioned our budget was maximum $400, we were still getting offers starting from $800. People here simply don't understand that English doesn't always equal prosperity. For some reason, nobody ever thinks we're getting paid in Chinese renminbi, for example. So let's sum it up. When looking for an apartment in Brazil, you can use Facebook, Booking.com, Airbnb, or their local websites like OLX. My Ukrainian followers will be familiar with this website, but just like in Ukraine, you have to be very careful because on OLX there are lots of ads with good options for a comparatively cheap price, and they're not always the real ones. So that's why I would say that never pay up front or never pay before seeing the apartment itself. Most of the time photos and real life are not matching, but even if they do match, you gotta make sure the apartment itself exists. So if you're not ready to look for a place yourself, just go through an official website that somebody has already checked, or where you can do a chargeback and get your money back in case something goes wrong. So that's why a lot of people use Airbnb. You can find some options offered to you in Imobiliaria places or iMove East places. Still not sure how to pronounce it in Portuguese. They do long-term more. Use all the options available and get ready to communicate. Every single time you would have to be discussing things, asking about Wi-Fi, hot water, locations, etc. If you're in Brazil, I have said it multiple times, there is no English here, and I'm not joking. People also do not communicate with tourists much, so they don't know that if they repeat it to me again and again with the same speed, the same words, I won't get it better. So they are not very good at explaining with gestures. You gotta be good. I hope you are, because Brazil is not for amateurs. Somebody once in the expat group mentioned it to me, and I said, whoa, 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 I have been to 25 countries, it's nothing to me. And no, it was something. So at the moment, I would say it's pretty hard to find a 3 months rent in Brazil. There is a huge market for casa de temporada, short-term rents, for families and companies up to 15 people who come here on holiday or on the weekend. There is also long-term rent here, available for a minimum of 1 year lease. We are not going for either one because we can only stay in Brazil 90 days as we are here on a tourist visa. So our options were quite limited. At the same time, I hope if you ever decide to come to Brazil, you will get as lucky as we have been. Because as you know, we haven't paid the deposit even once, and right now we're renting a place in a magnificent spot. Thank you for watching my video today, guys. It got very hot, so I took my shirt off. And it's very relevant for you, I know, especially when I'm saying goodbye. Thank you so much again for watching my video. I know it's Thursday, it's a work day, you're busy, but you still found some time and did it anyway. So I hope you enjoyed it and you got some useful, more importantly, practical information on what to do when you're in Brazil and you want to rent an apartment. The next video is gonna be about the CPF and how to get it here. So enjoy your week and I'll see you next Thursday. Take care.